Alright, what's up YouTube? Listen, I'm gonna try to keep this video short. For real, I know I always say that, but I don't do it. I know I haven't made a lot of videos, but look at our lineup that's coming up right now. You know what I'm saying? Look at the lineup. Like, you really want me to speak on these fights that's coming up? You want me to speak on Jacobs versus Mora 2, Canelo versus Liam Smith, Golovkin against Kell Brook? I don't want to talk about those fights, you know? I know in boxing, we're not going to always get fights like Thurman and Porter and stuff like that, but I'm just not feeling the fights right now, you know? But anyway, the reason why I made this video is because I see this week everyone's speaking on Spence and Keith Thurman. Okay, everyone's saying that Thurman is ducking Spence. Okay, I've seen this so many times before. You know, a guy's doing his thing, knocking someone out, and as soon as they don't take a fight, everybody jumps on them, attacks them. Okay, now shout out to Boxingologists and Fair Shake Boxing. They made 2 videos. I was supposed to respond to them, just didn't get the chance to. Apologize to you guys. They made 2 good videos about big names and big draws in boxing. Do they still matter? And they brought up Errol Spence. They brought up Golovkin. They brought up Rigondeaux. Okay, and you know, they brought up as far as promoting, it doesn't really matter. You know, if you fight big name or not, doesn't really matter. Listen, those were 2 excellent videos. I really had nothing to dispute against what they said. Okay, I probably would have just repeated and I was gonna just repeat and give more examples agreeing with those guys said. But I always play devil's advocate, and you know, if I had an argument to make, you know, I'll get to that point. Let's talk about Spence and Thurman, right? And Thurman, everybody's saying Thurman more because people want to see that fight more because they think that fight is more competitive. They're saying Thurman most. They're also bringing up Porter. They're also bringing up, you know, Danny Garcia or whatever, because Spence is ready to fight all those guys, just like he was ready to fight Kell Brook when he was a #1 mandatory. And you know, Brook went and fought Golovkin, which I thought was very strategic, you know, because in my opinion, you know, and I made a video about this, I think Spence is the welterweight division's version of Gennady Golovkin. You know, he's that guy. He's just running down guys, running them over and knocking them out. Okay, he's that guy. I'm not really directly trying to compare the 2, but he's the welterweight version of Golovkin, in my opinion. You know, if you like Golovkin, you should like this kid too. They're pretty much doing the same thing. All right. But anyway, you know, listen, can you really blame Thurman? Can you really blame Garcia? Can you really blame Sean Porter? You know, these guys were just trying to get a fight with Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, you know, and they still are. And there's no doubt that Spence is dangerous. There's no doubt. We all know that. They know that. Spence is dangerous, probably the most dangerous fighter. You know, we still haven't really seen a weakness. I mean, there's things that we could point out. Can he fight on his back foot, whatever. Can he take a punch from a puncher? We don't know. But we haven't really seen the weaknesses yet, right? And these guys are like 1 step away from getting a really big fight, you know? Or at least they thought they were, you know? They was just calling out Floyd Mayweather not too long ago. They still are doing it. And Floyd ain't even fighting no more. You know, they still calling out Pacquiao. They still want to get that fight. So, can you blame them for not wanting to fight Spence right now? Who did Spence fight? And this is not trying to bash Errol Spence or anything like that, but who did Spence fight? And these guys, you know, if they beat Errol Spence, it's going to be a respectable win, but it's not going to earn them a guaranteed big title fight that they're looking for. You know, these guys fought Porter, Thurman, Garcia. Look at their resumes. They fought a lot of, you know, big fights, you know, at this point, especially Danny Garcia. There's a lot of names in their resumes at this point, and Spence doesn't have that yet. You know, all he has is Chris Algieri. You know, and Algieri has been losing lately. You know, he's been coming off losses lately. He's lost to Pacquiao. He lost to Khan. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Spence did that, but he still doesn't compare. Algieri doesn't compare to the guys that Porter, Garcia, and Thurman fought. These guys are trying to get their big shot. And Errol Spence is a step backwards, you know. They would be giving him an opportunity. It's not the other way around. And these guys are looking, they just missed their opportunity to fight Floyd Mayweather, you know. And it's looking like this, depending on what Pacquiao do now, you know, maybe there's a chance they could get that fight. Or maybe that's not, you know. That's why I kind of want Pacquiao and Floyd out the game, because without those two, people wouldn't be in that division, wouldn't be running around here trying to chase after those two, you know. And plus, they're chasing after each other, you know. They both want, Thurman, Porter, they both want to fight with Danny Garcia, you know, because he's a name, you know, Adrian Broner, you know, or, you know, all the other names that's out there, all right. So Errol Spence is someone that is dangerous, you know. It's a dangerous fight. Let's be real. It's a dangerous fight. They know it. They might not say it, but they know it. Why fight this kid? Who did he fight? You got to look at it from their standpoint. You know, I want to see the fight between any of them, but you got to look at it from their standpoint. Even Danny Garcia is like, I'm not even trying to get in the ring with Porter or Thurman right now. Unless I can get a fight with Pacquiao maybe, or Floyd Mayweather. You know, he was trying to get a fight with one of those two not too long ago. So I kind of understand. You know, and the cycle is going to continue, because when Spence, see, this is what I wanted to bring up, and this is when I said I was going to play devil's advocate with those guys' videos, big names and stuff like that. Like the guys brought up Golovkin, how Golovkin got people out here calling him out that's trying to fight him, and he's fighting guys like Kell Brook. Cool, but remember when Golovkin not too long ago was in Errol Spence in his place? Not too long ago, he was in the same position. You know, Keith Thurman even. Keith Thurman was a guy that was chasing, running around, trying to fight everybody at welterweight. Nobody wanted to fight him. He was the boogeyman at welterweight at one time. But once he started beating a couple of good names and started making a little bit more money, now the hunter became the hunted. Now you got Errol Spence up on his heels. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with Golovkin. Golovkin is still the boogeyman, but, you know, there's guys that's willing to fight him at this point. You know why? Because he's making some money. He got a name now. It's worth the risk now, because the guy is there. You know, but when Golovkin fought Proxa, and he fought Gabe Rosado, and he fought Curtis Stevens, dudes wasn't checking for him. Dudes wasn't really trying to fight him. You know? And some of the dudes that was saying that they would really fight him weren't really about fighting them, you know. So you gotta understand, Errol Spence is not where Keith Thurman is, and Errol Spence is not where Gennady Golovkin is. And then that's the only argument I can make about, as far as having names and comparing who's ducking who. Look, guys, more guys are ducking Errol Spence. Yeah, guys are ducking Errol Spence now. Did you see where Errol Spence just fought at? He didn't fight at the Barclays. He fought at Coney Island, outside somewhere. You know, I'm not trying to diss him. I know I got a lot of views and everything, but people watched the fight because it was on. People didn't watch the fight because, oh, Errol Spence is that big of a star. He fought Leonard Bundu. Okay, let's be real. The cycle is going to continue, and when Errol Spence finally beats a Porter or Thurman or a Brook or a Garcia or Adrian Broner, once he does that, he's going to be the hunted. There's going to be another hungry welterweight that's going to try to come and knock his head off. It's going to keep repeating itself, because Keith Thurman was just there. Okay? When he fought Diego Chavez, nobody wanted to fight him. Golovkin too, nobody wanted to fight. Now the dude's selling out arenas. He could fight Dominic Wade and still sell out arenas. Then dudes is like, well, I'm getting paid fighting this dude. I might as well get in the ring with him. And then we got Kell Brook. Kell Brook was fighting. He had two options. Either fight a dangerous opponent and get a lot of money from it. And plus, if you lose, people won't like bash you for losing because you stepped up 2 weight classes to fight this dude? Or am I going to fight a guy that's almost as dangerous, make less money, and the guy, if I lose to him, I'm the champion. If I lose to Errol Spence, people will look at me like I'm trash. Because that's what's going to happen. If Errol Spence end up stopping Kell Brook, not saying he will. I'm not even saying Errol Spence will win that fight. Well, I'm just saying if Errol Spence is that dangerous with the dude's like, well, damn, if I got Golovkin or I got Errol Spence, at least if I fight Golovkin, go up. If I lose this fight, if I get stopped here, dudes will respect it because at least I went up and fought him. So all this, everybody got to calm down and relax, all right? It's not always about ducking. A lot of it is. Most of it is. Matter of fact, most of it, I'll say that. But I think at the same time, everybody got to calm down. Like, whenever somebody wins, you don't have to start making a bunch of, like, everybody don't have to go crazy and start saying this guy's ducking, this guy. Nah, these guys are looking for an opportunity. Thurman wants to fight Danny Garcia. He wants to fight Manny Pacquiao. He wants to fight Floyd. He wants to fight Amir Khan. He wants to fight guys that's already solidified in this sport. He don't want to go backwards and fight a guy that might be able to beat all those guys that he's trying to fight. He's not trying to fight that guy. Because if, you know, just like with Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia knocked out Amir Khan, and he got his name from knocking out Amir Khan. You know? Now, we want to see the fights. I understand. Like, we want to see the fights. Somebody got to give him an opportunity. This is why it's harder now, because people, and especially with the rankings, yo, the rankings are all messed up right now. I don't care what nobody say. The rankings, you know, the sanctioning bodies, they are manipulating those rankings. They put people there. Errol Spence was #1. Now he's not #1 no more. He got to fight this guy before he fights Brook. You know, they doing that, these protective tactics. They protecting certain fighters. You know, why was Liam Smith fighting John Thompson for the WBO title? Why was it those two? Okay, John Thompson had just got knocked out by Frank Galarza. Why did he fight Liam Smith? Okay, because they know they had to get a weak belt for Canelo to come back down in weight and get a title, because it makes more sense for him to be a pay-per-view fighter to be a champion. He can't just be a pay-per-view fighter not holding no belt. So let's take the easy way and fight the easiest champion. Not even saying that Canelo can't beat any other champions, because I said that he could beat probably all of the guys at 154. You know, if it goes to decision, he's winning, because none of them could beat him clearly at 154. None of them. Not even Demetrius Andre. Not even the Charlo twins. If they win, they're not going to win clearly. Not J-Rock. None of those dudes. But at least he could beat those guys and it'll be clear. I mean, at least he could beat Liam Smith and be clear. Liam Smith is not a top 10 junior middleweight. He's not. He's not. He didn't beat anyone. He's not a top 10. He's not even top 10 with the belt. Easy fight. And possibly the weakest champion in the sport. One of the weakest champions in the sport. Alright, so listen, I wasn't trying to make a long video, man. I'm just like, I see what people are saying, and it's like, yo, people are ducking. They are. But I understand why those particular welterweights don't want to jump in the ring right now with Errol Spence. And I don't expect it, because they're all doing it. And at some point, Errol Spence is going to do it too. At some point, yo, there's going to be somebody else. And people are going to be like, or Errol Spence is going to be like, nah, I'm trying to get the fight with whatever welterweight is popping at that time. Whoever else is the champion at the time, whether it be Thurman, whether it be Porter, whether it be Brook, he's going to be chasing them. And then there's going to be the hungry guy that's behind them like, yo, I'm trying to fight you now. And Errol Spence ain't going to do it. And guess what? Everybody's going to say Errol Spence is ducking that guy. So that's my video. I already did 14 minutes. I'm out, man.